We're going to get right into Revelation chapter 17. In Revelation chapter 17, Jesus gives information about the false one-world religion that will be riding on top of the beast, who is actually the Antichrist. And this will happen during the last days, of which we are now in, and we are seeing the formation of this one-world religion that Jesus talked about. And he likens this one-world religion to a woman riding on top of this beast. Now I'm going to show you the verses that pertain to the warning about this. Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, and having 7 heads and 10 horns. And keep these colors in the back of your mind, the scarlet-colored beast, and you'll see why. And the woman was arrayed in purple and in scarlet. Again, the colors of the Catholic Church, by the way. And goes on to say, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, and having a golden cup in her hand, full of the abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman. So he's going to tell us who this woman is, and the beast that carrieth her. So he's not only going to tell us about the woman, but he's going to tell us about who this beast is, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast which thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell in the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. Now this verse here, verse 8, tells us that this is instruction showing us that the kingdom of the last, the world kingdom, used to be around before, but it dissolved. But it will be coming back again at the last days. So the kingdom that wasn't, and at the time that John was writing this book, the book of Revelation from Jesus, the Roman Empire was in existence, and then it went out of existence, and we know that in the last days it would show up again, and it already has come back. Verse 9. And here is mine which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, which the woman sitteth. So the woman is going to be sitting on 7 mountains. Well, where is this woman? Where's the mountains? And, verse 15, and he saith to me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So the woman, this whore, the water is indicative of all the people of the earth that this woman will be controlling over as she rides along with this Antichrist in his kingdom in the last days. And so in verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is a great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So there's no question about it. Where is this great city with the 7 mountains or the hills? It's Rome, Italy. So why is this all so important? Well, when you look back who the woman is and the different colors that the Lord has instructed to us to look at, to give us the wisdom about it, and we see this golden cup, we see that the Roman Catholic Church fits every one of these scriptures. Now, just for example, if you look at the Catholic Encyclopedia, in their encyclopedia, it says the pectoral cross suspended by a chain around the neck of the abbots bishops and archbishops, cardinals, and the Pope should be made of gold and decorated in gems. And again, I refer you to what the Lord told us about the gold and the precious stones and pearls. And you're going to see this close up in this video that I'm about to show you. So let's take a look at what we see from this video. We have the colors of the scarlet and purple in the church, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. And the Catholic Church is filthy rich with the gold and everything that we saw in the book of Revelation chapter 17. The gems, as it's referred to in the book as well. Having a golden cup in her hand full of the abominations and filthiness of her fornication. The Catholic Church has a chalice made out of gold. Every service, this cup is in their hands to celebrate these services, exactly as we see the cup of the Revelation chapter 17. Full of the abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Here we talk about the idolatry in the fornication. The church has idols that were set up, idols that were made of the Pope, of Mary, of different saints, that people are bowing down to. And the Lord told us, which is very important, in Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 8, "Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth." In Deuteronomy 5:9, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them." And yet, what do we see happening with the Catholic Church, who is spearheading this one world religion? We see Catholics all over the world bowing down to images that were made. And God warned us not to do. Whether they be in the images in heaven, and they say that Mary is in heaven, and they see all these apparitions and they're worshiping Mary in these images, and they're bowing down to the Pope. Now, I'm going to continue on to show you that there's other organizations that are also working along with the Catholic Church and other organizations to bring about this one world religion. Now, one of the organizations is the Council for a Parliament on the World Religions. I'm going to bring you to their website so that you'll be able to see that this organization, who's been around for a while, you'll be able to see, it says the Council for a Parliament of the World Religions. And in other words, a parliament. They want to establish a parliament. When you read all of their information, they want to have a parliament that people will elect officials in this parliament that will represent the world in these world religions, okay? So the Parliament of World Religions seeks to promote interreligious harmony rather than unity. And that's all I'm going to say about that, but I just wanted to show you that this organization is established, and their main focus is to bring about Revelation chapter 17, the one world religion. Now, they may not know that that's what they're doing, but that's exactly what's happening. Now, let me bring you to another site, again, that shows really interesting information, and this has to do with the interfaith relations. And there was 5 defining events that helped bring about the one world religion that is now coming about. And there were 5 events. I'm not going to read them all to you, but I'm just going to show you here. The Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965 helped to propel this one world religion. Of course, they talk about the Pope here. The simple yet revolutionary document came out of the Roman Catholic Church's Second Vatican Council and launched a modern interfaith movement, Nostra Aetate, meaning in our age in Latin, explicitly addresses the Catholic Church's relationship to several of the world's major religions, including Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and invites interfaith dialogue, stating, "Let's Christians, while witnessing in their own faith and way of life, acknowledge, preserve, and encourage the spiritual and moral truths found among non-religions." Now keep in mind, the Lord told us in Timothy that in the last days they will not put up with sound doctrine. So when somebody from a religious organization who has the same colors as in Revelation chapter 17 tells you moral truths found in among non-Christians, he is leading you to false doctrine. He is leading you to the path that will lead to the gates of hell, because there is no moral truth outside of Jesus Christ. Then we have the internet that has sparked again more influence in pushing this one world religion, as people from around the world are able to come together almost daily now. And then the attack in September 11th, because of what happened in that attack, there was interest in Islam, and people needed to understand Islam, and this helped people who wanted to come together and interfaith, so to come and dialogue with the Muslims and understand and have services with them, of which the Pope is one of the main people pushing for these religious events. And again, I just got through showing you the Parliament of the world's religions. And here's a little more information. It says the organization, Parliament of the World Religions, took place in 1893 at the World's Columbian Expo in Chicago, Illinois. It marked the first time that the religious and spiritual leaders from the Eastern and Western traditions came together in a formal gathering to dialogue, and is heralded as the watershed event in the history of interreligious work. And the revival in 1993, as you see, there was 8,000 attendants, and this is an old picture. And when you read the book of Revelation, and you see what Jesus warned about, and you see a picture like this from 1893 and the revival in 1993, and you see the world religious people coming together, you know that Jesus Christ is not far off, because we are seeing the formation of this whore, this false religion who is moving away from sound doctrine and coming together with beliefs that do not believe in the resurrection of Jesus. They do not even believe in Jesus Christ as the Messiah. And yet we have these religions coming together saying that it's by faith and we need to get along with people. But yet this is what Satan wants. He doesn't want Christians to stay in sound doctrine. He wants Christians to diversify and to understand and love everybody, which the Lord wants everyone to love everybody, but to hold to sound doctrine. And those people who think that they are not doing Christian service by not coming together in these forms, they got another guest coming, because the Lord is going to stand behind all those who stand behind sound doctrine. So don't let anybody make you feel bad about not participating in the forums where all of the different religions are coming together and they're throwing out the sound doctrine. You need to stand on the ground in Jesus Christ.